Good morning, friends. In the last lectures, we started problems related with the reversible adiabatic process and the polytropic process. So that's why I am continuing some of the important problems that are related with the adiabatic process and reversible adiabatic process and polytropic process. When then more than one process are actings. So that may be adiabatic process, constant pressure process, constant volume process, constant temperature process, etc. So by considering these, in sometimes that may be two process, and in the sometimes that may be three process, and that complete one cycles. So that reach against initial points. So such type of the problems we will study during these 1-2 classes, and after that we can start some of the small theory bits related with these chapters. So within 3-4 lectures I can complete these chapters. So please note down today's first problems. 1 kg of air is compressed adiabatically from initial condition of from initial condition of 100 kilonewton per meter square and 27 degrees centigrade, 27 degrees centigrade to final conditions of 800 kilonewton per meter squares. It is then cooled at constant pressure to its initial temperature. Its initial temperature of 27 degrees centigrade. Calculate the first bit, final temperature, and work done, and work done in the adiabatic process second bit, and the amount of heat rejected during constant pressure process. This is first problems. So I read problems. 1 kg of air is compressed adiabatically from an initial conditions of 100 kilonewton meter squares and 27 degrees centigrade to final conditions of 800 kilonewton meter squares. It is then cooled at constant pressure. So that's why here's two process. First I will draw PV diagrams and I mark this 100 kilonewtons and 27 degrees centigrade is the temperatures. Suppose this is initial condition and the final conditions 800 kilonewtons. This is, and this is adiabatically. So that's why PV raised to gamma equal to constant, and to final condition 800 kilonewton, it is then cooled at constant pressure. So this is next process is the constant pressure to its initial temperatures of 27 degrees centigrade. So this is suppose third point and this is constant. Final temperature and work done in the adiabatic process. So first I extract what will be the data given data. P1 equal to 100 kilonewton meter squares, means this is nothing but the kilopascal, 100 kilopascals, or this is 1 bar by taking this is 10 to the power 2 and this is miss 1 bar. P2 equal to this is 800 kilonewton per meter squares. T1 temperatures given. T1 temperatures from initial conditions of 100 kilonewtons, 27 plus 273, 300 kelvins. T2 temperatures this is cooled to. So I think this is T3 temperatures 27 degrees centigrade. This is 23, 27 plus 273, again 300 Kelvin. Calculate the final temperatures. So this is first bit final temperature and work done. This is first bit. We will focus on the first bit. Here's both pressures given, so that's why we can write this is T2 divided by using relations T2 divided by T1s, P2 divided by P1s raised to gamma minus 1 divided by gamma. Adiabatically means gamma, and this P2, so we can consider this is 800 divided by 100, and this is 0.4 divided by 1.4, and this is T2 divided by T1s. That's why T2 equal to T1 multiplied by these terms. First I will calculate this ratio. 0.4 divided by 1.4, so 2 point something, 2.857, and this is 8. So that's why T2 equal to 300 multiplied by 2857, 8 raised to 0.857 2857 multiplied by 300, this is equal to, so this is 543.4 Kelvin. Now this is final temperatures, these T2 temperatures were done equal to. Now work done equal to W equal to P2 V2 minus P1 V1 gamma minus, sorry, this is P1 V1, this is P2 V2, or MR T1 minus T2 gamma minus 1, because here's volume is not given, so that's why we can use these relations. And mass equal to 1 is given, that's why mass R is not given, so that's why you can consider this R equal to, and if we are considering R, assume R equal to 287 kilojoule per kg Kelvin, and that's why we are considering this is kilojoule, means this K, that's why you will get direct, this is in terms of kilojoule. This is this is 287, means this is in terms of joule. 287 multiplied by T1 temperatures, 300 minus 543.4 and divided by 0.4. Suppose I consider this is 0.287 kilojoule, because otherwise this value will increase. Multiplied by 0.287 divided by 0.4, 174.65 kilojoule. This is your first answers. Next, second answers, the amount of the heat rejected. So amount of the heat rejected means Q equal to, so we can use, and this is H3 minus H2. So that's why we can use here relations M into heat rejected, MCV. I will check this. Heat rejected or heat transfers means this is MCP, because enthalpy means Cp, T3 minus T2. So Cp equal to 1.004 or 1.005. So that's why here this is 1 into 1.005. We are assuming this is Cp equal to, this is standard value. T3 equal to, T3 temperatures, this is 300 minus T2 temperatures 543.4. This is Q equal to 4 minus 300. Now this is kilojoule, means this is 244, this is negative 0.61 kilojoule, because this is Cp in kilojoule and this is per kg, that's why you will get this is negative. Here this is negative, means this is also negative. Right, this is negative. Why this is heat transfers? Because heat transfer, this negative sign negative sign indicate transfer of heat from system to surroundings. And this is negative sign means work done by the on the system. This is not work done by the systems to surroundings. So this is the work done by the surroundings on the system. So that's why this is negative, because this is compressed. So that's why this is negative and this is also negative. Now the next problem, 0.06 meter cube of air at 5 bar and 200 degree centigrade, at 5 bar and 200 degree centigrade expands. So this is expands asymptotically until the pressure becomes 2 bar. Until the pressure becomes 2 bar. It is then heated at constant pressure heated at constant pressure. And this is heated, means additions of the heat at constant pressures until the enthalpy increases, until the enthalpy increases during the process is is 80 kilojoule. Calculate work done. The work done in each process. And total work done. And total work done. First, I draw here this process on the PV diagrams. First, try to draw the process on the PV diagrams, because by using these PV diagrams you can easily calculate. Expands means volume increase Assume this is process first, expand, and this is second, and this is V1, and this is V2, this is P2, and this is P1. Becomes 2 bar. P1 equal to 5 bar, T1 equal to, directly I am writing 473 Kelvin until the pressures means P2 equal to 2 bars. So T2, this is unknown at this stage. It is then heated at constant pressure. It is heated at constant pressures until the enthalpy increase, means volume increase, constant pressures. And this is third point. Heated means temperature increase the process until the enthalpy increases during the process is 80 kilojoule. So I think this is delta H equal to, means this is H3 minus H2 equal to, because yes, this is final 80 kilojoule. This is given. Now we have to calculate. Expands. Expand until the pressures becomes 2 bar. So that's why we can calculate here 2 pressures given and 1 temperatures, and this is isentropically. That's why we can use formula T2 divided by T1 equal to P2 divided by P1 raised to gamma minus divided by gamma. And this T2 temperatures actually, because this is ratio is less, P2 pressures is small, 2 bar, and this is 5 bar and 0. Because that is 0.4 divided by 1.4. This is 0.2857, right, multiplied by T1. So this temperature because decrease because of the expansions. This is 2 divided by 5, 0.4 raised to 0.28571, 0.7 multiplied by T1 temperatures 473. That's why these temperatures 364.05 Kelvin. It is then heated at constant pressures until the. So first we'll calculate work done by the process first. So work done 1:2. Which formula we can use? Yes, P2 divided by P1, or otherwise MR T2 minus T1 divided by gamma minus 1. This formula we can use. But here mass is not given. Mass is not given, so that's why we have to calculate mass. Mass V is given, so that's why here by using equation, by using gas equation. So what is gas equations? P1 V1 equal to m or T1. So this is popular equation. P1 equal to, now we have to consider this is in terms of 10 to the power 5. V1 0.06 m and this R 287 joule. T1 temperatures this is 473. So we'll calculate first is the mass equal to 5 into 10 to the power 5 multiplied by 0.06 divided by 287 0.220 m equal to kg. Now we can use work done equal to formula 1:2 equal to m into R T2 minus T1 divided by gamma minus 1. One is to 2 means this is 1 to 2 and this is expands means work done by the surroundings on the system by the surroundings. So this is T1 minus T2, correct. That's why m equal to 0.220 R equal to, we'll consider this is 0.287, T1 temperatures 473, T2 temperatures. We calculated this 364 divided by 0.4. This is 17.20 kilojoule during this 1 to 2 process. Now for second bit, now work done by the 2 to 3 process. So that's why we require this T3 temperatures. But yes, relations given here is enthalpy. Delta H equal to H3 minus H2, and this is enthalpy. When enthalpy comes m into Cp into T3 minus, because H3 minus H2, so that's why T3 minus T2, and this is given 80 kilojoule. This is m equal to 0.22, Cp 1.055, and T3, this is to be calculated T2 equal to 364. T3 equal to, directly I will add this 80 divided by 0.22 multiplied by 1.005 plus this temperatures 364. T3 equal to there may be any mistake? This T2 temperatures, T3 temperatures, this is 725 Kelvin. Now this is because additions of the heat, so water may be there because this is too much increase, but this is as per the given data. So that's why, because this is given. So that's why this is correct. Now work done during the process 2 to 3. So that's why yes, we have to use MCP. Because this is process is the constant pressure process. So MCP into T3 minus T2. Or means this is constant pressure process, means we have to use R. 0.22, this is 0.287, T3 temperature 725 minus T2 temperatures 364 minus 364 into 0.287, and this is 22.84 kilojoule. And what is asked? Calculate the work done in each process and total work done. So that's why total equal to, and this is 1 to 2 plus 2 to 3, and this is 17.20 plus 22.84, and this is equal to 40.04 kilojoule, and this is your expected answers, 40.04. And next problem is the similar types but slightly different. A system containing second problem, a system containing 0.2 meter cube of air at a pressure of 4 bar and 160 degree centigrade centigrade expands isentropically to pressures of 1.06 bar, and after this the gas is heated at the constant pressure till the enthalpy increases by 65 kilojoule. 65 kilojoule. Calculate the work done. Similar to this problems, is up to this. Calculate the work done. Means likewise total work done. So after that, now imagine that these processes are replaced by, now imagine these processes are replaced by a single reversible. Imagine this process is replaced by single reversible polytropic process, single reversible polytropic process producing same work between initial and final state, between initial and final state. Find the index of expansion. Find the index of expansion in this case. Find the index of expansion in this case. In this case, take Cp equal to 1.05 and kilojoule. This is unit given, kilojoule per kg Kelvin. So this is common. A system, same figures you can use, containing of the 0.2 meter cube, V1 equal to 0.2 meter cube at a pressure of 4 bar. This is 160 degrees centigrade. So that's why 160 plus 273. 433 and 1.06. Enthalpy increases 65. This is given 65. Calculate. So again, now first step of the data we have to use. T2 equal to T1. P2, this is 1.06 divided by 4. 2875. T1 temperatures 433 multiplied by 1.06 divided by 4 raised to 0.2875, 0. Multiplied by 433. This is 295.57 Kelvin. T2 equal to, and what is to be calculated? Work done. So work done during process 1:2 equal to mR T1 minus T2 divided by this is asymptotically, means gamma minus 1. M equal to, M is not given, so again by using this value we can calculate P1's V1 equal to mR T1's, M equal to P1 4 into 10 to the power 5 V1, this is given 0.2 multiplied by divided by R equal to, this is Newton, that's why 287, and T1 temperatures equal to what? T1 temperatures 433. And this is 4 into 10 to the power 5 multiplied by 0.2 divided by 287 divided by 433. This is equal to 0.643 kg. Now you can calculate work done by the process 1:2 equal to mR, because this is expansion, so that's why T1 minus T2, M equal to 0.643, this is 0.287, this T1 temperatures 433 minus T2 temperatures 295.5 divided by 433, 295.5 multiplied by 0.643, 63.43. And this is kilojoule. And similarly for work done by the 2-3 equal to mR T3 minus T2. Now we require T3 temperatures. So T3 temperatures we can calculate delta H equal to H3 minus H2 equal to M into Cp T3 minus T2, and this difference is given 65, 0.643, 1.05 T3 temperatures, T2 equal to 295.5. Directly T3 equal to 65 plus 65 This is 396 Kelvin. T3 equal to, and that's why we can calculate W23. This is 0.643 by using this formula. W23 equal to mR T3 minus T2, R equal to 0.287, T3 396, T2 295.5. This is 105. This is 18.56 kilojoule. So that's why total work done equal to 1:3 equal to 1:2 plus work done 2:3. That's why we have to add 63.43 plus 18.56. That's why adding here this, and this is 81.99 kilojoule. Now second beat. Calculate. Imagine this process is replaced by. So this process is replaced by directly polytropic, and this is PV raised to n, and this is 1 and this is 3. This is replaced. So that's why how we can calculate. So this total work done can we equate? Right. So this total work done 1:3 equal to. So directly you can write here this is P1 or mR n minus 1, and this is T1 minus T3. Right. So this is equal to 81.99, and this m equal to same formula 0.643, 0.287. T1 temperatures 433, T3 temperatures 396 n minus 1. That's why cross multiplications, and you will get answers n equal to, means this is plus. So n values that may be 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5 etc. So if you are getting n equal to near about 1.4 approximately, means your what you calculated that is correct. 433 minus 396, 0.287 multiplied by 0.643 when divided by answers multiplied by 81.99. This is 12 point. Right, and this is cross multiplications. 1 divided by answers means this is n equal to right n minus 1 equal to 0.083. So that's why n equal to plus 1.083, and this is your expected answers. n equal to 1.083, and this is no unit. So I think this problem is sufficient because we cross 50 minutes already, 51 minutes. And if I am taking another problem, so that will take another 15-20 minutes. So that's why I am stop here, and we will continue some of the problems, important problems, 3-4 problems in the next class. So try to solve the problems, try to make more practice to solve the problems. Thank you.